It is not your responsibility to hold on to family members and friends with that Blackistani mindset. Let them have it. Elevate and move on. Your life is worth it. Your health is worth it. And by you entertaining these mammies, it's not doing you any favors. And if you're single, I will highly suggest that you do not include them in your dating circle. They should not have a place in the dating circle. They just should. Hey, Shawnee. And just out of fit of rage, you decide to damage those stores you do majority of the time, right? And say you have to work on the other side of town where they're more affluent. Don't you breathe a sigh of relief? Because that's the reality of a lot of Black women. Yeah. So the reality is this happens all the time. Moving abroad, hey, she says, yep, used to go. I'm sorry, she said used to. All the good stuff used to be across town. Yeah. Let me tell you something, Black woman, and I'm saying this with all sincerity. We are at war today. We cannot, and I repeat, cannot accept being in Blackistan anymore. We need to use our forces to warn Black women to get out for their safety, for their children's future, especially their Black girls. Get out. Because it's like Sodom and Gomorrah over there. And Blackistan all over the world. Not all over the country, all over the world. Because as someone mentioned in the chat, you have the problem in Jamaica, you have it in many countries in the motherland. Okay. So we can't sit here and blame it on white supremacy. Blackistan lacks self-control. They lack self-accountability. And that's not something that you should be acquainting yourselves with. You just can't. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Pretty Black, if you think about it. You said that's why they don't have any good stores or businesses. I mean, look what happened with the George Floyd situation, right? When they started having all those protests, they really thought that they were being funny. They thought that they were being funny and they were trying to stick it to the white man, but in reality, they were damaging themselves. They were all in their neighborhoods, damaging their own stores, banks, robbing and looting. You really think that those stores or those businesses is going to ever go back into your neighborhoods? For example, they done looted Target, okay? You claim that there are a lot of low income people over here, and they were only able to access those stores, and just out of fit of rage, you decide to damage those stores. Do you really think that the CEO of Target, they're not sitting back and they're like, no, we're not risking putting our business over there anymore? Like, I mean, what do you want them to do? Beside and blaming others as usual. It's per usual. Moving abroad says when moving at the school's rating, move to the richest section. Rent the cheapest place you can find. Right, Cameron, that's what I'm saying. Like, why burn down your own businesses in your own communities where they provide jobs for people in your communities? I swear they're so dumb. Like, are you kidding me? And then you want to sit there and cry. Oh my gosh, but they don't put any businesses here and we're at a disadvantage. Really? But you were complaining about it. But you were damaging those businesses. So whose fault was that? When I saw it on it was on a social media page of the elderly Black woman. She was crying because she was upset with the looting. Yeah, I saw that too, Juanita. It really ticked me off. See, they weren't even thinking about those people that were affected. They were only thinking about themselves. They were thinking about being on national TV because they wanted their 15 minutes of fame. They just didn't. They just didn't care. That's the usual behavior and thinking in Blackistan. Hey, we don't care about anyone else. We just need to think of ourselves. Ridiculous. Juju says, oh yeah, okay, Maya pissed me off too, and it still does. Juju says, Grandma lives on the cusp of upper working class in the hood. It's speeding squad cars, sirens all weekend, and she said we're under siege. Hey everybody, if you're just joining, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are supporters of Black women and you are supportive of our elevation movement, please hit the like button. It is free to do. Just takes a second. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. That is free as well. Please and thank you. We got to get the likes up so that other people are able to find this live and other content. Let me see. Samantha says, there's a saying wherever you go. Samantha says there's a place called Yipsloot. I don't know if I said that right. In South Africa, and they assault women and girls anytime, day or night. The BBC has a documentary on it right here on the YT. And before some of those say the BBC, I'm not talking about the fake BBC. Okay, there's an actual channel called the BBC. Thank you for that, Samantha. I'll definitely check it out. And I believe you. They're like this all over the world. They like to rob, steal, and kill. Yeah, I said it. I said I can walk through a neighborhood, even a neighborhood full of Karens, even though they get on my nerves, I feel safer walking through those neighborhoods than the Black neighborhoods. Doesn't mean I hate being Black, no, but I hate ignorance. And I hate the fact that in the Blackistan community, there's no accountability or responsibility. They have this blame white mentality. And you know what? It really irritates me as mammies what they do. They raise their sons, okay? They raise their children, but especially sons, to be victims. So when it's time for them to actually hold accountability, they don't want to do it. When you hold them accountable, they cry. See, now it's over for them, and they know it. They know it.
Look at the coons.
Exactly, Chris Flynn.
Look at the coons. Look at the coons. Look at the coons. Yeah. We got race on the driving up and down the street. Looking for a picnic today. Will it be you that they pull over for a broken child night and blow out your brains? Then here come the coons. Look at the coon, yeah. Why? Because we're living under the system of white supremacy, of white supremacy. Look at the coons. Oh, look at the coon. I need to have that layered up. I got a song dedicated. Look at the coons. Hey, look at the coons. Look at the coons. Look at the coons. Hey, we got race on the driving up and down the street. Looking for a picnic today. Will it be you that they pull over for a broken child night and blow out your brains? Then here come the coons. Look at the coon, yeah. Why? Because we're living under the system of white supremacy, of white supremacy. Look at the coons. Oh, look at the coon. I need to have that layered up. Racers driving up and down the street.
You're absolutely right. Grandma doesn't have a Target store. She can't pick up her meds. She can't pick up her milk and bread, all because the little nakers and the nakerettes. I said that word as well. I came up with nakerettes. I did. You don't believe me? Look through my videos from a while back. Because the nakers and the nakerettes from Blackistan want to sit there and loot and destroy. And because of them, she doesn't have a place to get her meds. She doesn't have a place to go to a bank. She doesn't, to withdraw money or deposit money or anything like that. She doesn't have a place to get her basic necessities because they just basically ruin that. Yeah, I'm not surprised. A prayer and positive thoughts. I've heard some things about London as well, and I'm just not surprised. I mean, look at what happened in Greece. They threw those nakers overboard. They threw them overboard. Row your boat. Bam! Like they threw them out. They weren't even playing. They said nope. They threw them overboard. They threw them out their boat like they were anchors. They just threw them out. Like, come on, things are pretty bad when they basically throw you out. Like, that's true, metalhead. That's true. They get really emotional and upset if someone holds them accountable. Yep. But as you can see, more and more every day, Blackistan is burning. Finally, they're burning. And I want you to know something, Black women. It's not your responsibility to hold on to the burdens of Blackistan. It is not your responsibility to hold on to family members and friends with that Blackistani mindset. Let them have it. Elevate and move on. Your life is worth it. Your health is worth it. And by you entertaining these mammies, it's not doing you any favors. And if you're a single, I will highly suggest that you do not include them in your dating circle. They should not have a place in the dating circle. They just should. Hey, Shani. Oh yeah, speaking of that, Shanice, I found that to be interesting. If you are a man that stands up to Black women, that protects them, guess what they like to call you? A simp. So if you are an honorable man and you see that a woman is being attacked, they will literally call you a simp. Can you believe that? So basically, if they say that you protect a woman and you hold her to a higher regard and you put value on her, he looks at you as a simp. These nakers feel that if you are attentive to women, if you are submissive to women, if you stand up to women, you are a simp. They want you to allow Black women to burn and suffer. And so they have a problem with you if you defend women in their honor. Basically, they have a problem with you being men. That's what they have a problem with you being men. And if you're a non-Black man, they'll call you a simp. Oh, you're just a simp. Oh, okay, so you're really mad because the white guy who has you conquered, by the way, actually care for Black women and they adore Black women. And they're defending our honor. Okay, and they're actually protecting us when you just sit back and do nothing. Okay, we get it. Like Katina says, Sims pay bills. You know that doesn't happen in Blackistan. In Blackistan, there is no values, there is no morals, they have no respect, and this is what you get. Now, what I find is that you have many mammies that will sit there and say, oh, well, then these black women who are interracially dating and they're saying X, Y, and Z, they're worshiping white guys. Do I worship white men? No, I don't worship any man. Only man that I worship is the man upstairs. No man on this planet is going to get worship from me. I call it as it is. So if you have a problem with me or any other woman that thinks like me, because we're calling things out, and you say it's white male worship, then what's up with you and the black male worship? Because you sit there and kiss their ass and they just sit there and walk all over you. They trash you and they disrespect you. They treat you like garbage. And yet you still you're still taking up for them. You're still making excuses for them. They're only saying it to black women who are saying that they prefer non-black men. You're out here chimping for them. That's right. You're out here chimping for them. Yeah, we all know about many of you who are locking arms, okay, at the protests. And these dumb niggas sat there and they said, everybody get out the way. Really? So they literally put you at risk. And you're mad at black women who prefer to date non-black men who hold them with high regards and respect them and they take care of business. While you're out here chimping for these nigger males. How does that feel? Chimping for nothing. You're out here chimping for a bunch of simpletons. And you want to sit here and say that black women who date and marry outside of their race, they have a problem with the white male worship. Where you're worshiping these nigger males. And they still don't like you. They don't care how skinny you are, how fat you are, how tall you are, how short you are. They don't care if you work at McDonald's. They don't care if you are a CEO at a financial institution. Hell, they don't even care that you are, if you were to ever be a president or vice president of any company, okay? You can be at a high position, but because you are a black woman, they still hate you. So how does it feel to chimp out for a bunch of niggers that don't even care about you? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is this Blackistan mentality that I'm talking about. Anything for their black king. He can't even run a mud house, and you want to sit there and chimp for them. You're killing for them. You're getting rubber bullets hit on you because you're chimping for them. You're dying for them. And then you're sitting there laying on your backs, procreating with them just to birth a bunch of little chimps that will grow up and hate you. You can sit there and call me hateful all you want, but the truth hurts. You claim that you don't want them in your spaces, and you claim that you're tired of the disrespect and the mistreatment. Why are you still dating them? Why are you even dealing with them? Why are you still having sex with them? Why are you still birthing their children? Don't give them any offspring. Save yourself in your womb or just don't do anything for them. Don't deal with them. But hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Thank you, pretty black. Because see, it doesn't even matter what skin tone you are. If you are phenotypically black, they don't like you. Hell, they don't even like the mixed women, especially if her mother is black. And don't let me get started on a mixed woman, or biracial woman, should I say, who has a black mother. And don't let me get started on the biracial women who have more melanin than what they wanted. Oh, they will really disregard her. So was it worth it chimping out for these niggers? What you're doing is wrong, and it's called white male worship. So if you have a term for black women who date and marry outside of their race, and you're mad at the fact that they're not dealing with the Blackistan mentality, and they're going where they want to be loved and cared for, and they're exercising their options, then you need to be mad at yourself for the black male worship, because this is what you're doing. And this is why these males that you're worshiping constantly are in the news as hashtags because they don't hold any accountability for what they do. Now, in the rare event that they were killed for no reason at all, that's a totally different story. But for those who end up in harm's way due to being somewhere they shouldn't have been or doing something they should not have been, you have yourself to blame for that, because in the Black community, Black males are worshipped and they can do no wrong. You're supposed to turn your cheek and look the other way and pretend like that the things that are happening are not happening. And Black women, you are mammies if you do that, and you need to be held accountable for that, because you are responsible for them doing what they're doing because you keep allowing it. You've heard that saying, a man is only going to do what you allow him to do. Well, these Negro males are doing what you, as Black women, are allowing them to do. You've allowed them to trash you. You've allowed them to disrespect you. You've allowed them to have children on you. You've allowed them to give you STDs. You've allowed them to control you. You allowed it. And you're getting angry at the Black women who woke the hell up and they said, I'm not about this life. You're getting mad at the Black women who are doing better. You're getting mad at the Black women who are living better. If you take a look at yourself in the mirror and figure out what it is about you that you need to fix, and understand that you need to get the heck away from Blackistan, then we can have a conversation. But until then, we don't need to have a conversation. Not with me, you won't. Everybody that just came in, please make sure you hit the like button when you come in. You can be mad at me, but it is what it is. Yep, hope like control, Poseidon. You're absolutely right. So let's just be honest. Not only are the Negro males responsible for what's happening in Blackistan, you mammies are just as responsible because you allowed this to happen. You can't get mad at Black women for calling it out, for walking away. Why do you think we want to put up with that disrespect? These are the same men, even if you are a Black woman and you are married to a non-Black man, they still feel the need to talk from the side of their necks. And they think by being disrespectful to you, you're not supposed to call it out. They think you're supposed to just be like, all right, whatever. You see those mammies allow you to speak to them in that regard? I'm not doing that over here. You can call me a bad wench, you can call me whatever you want to call me, but I'm not with you. And I will never, ever worship anything that happens from Blackistan, because I have too much pride and respect in myself to do that. And maybe if more Black women wake up and they have more self-respect for themselves, knowing what's going on in Blackistan is not right, they'll be better off. Now, for those of you who understand where I'm coming from, hey Mimi, we're on the same page. The mammies and I, they're not on the same page. They don't know what elevation is. They will never be about that elevated life. They won't be about it. Their pride is too big because they only care about what these Negro males think. Negro worship is very important to them, to these mammies in these communities. Oh, we got to keep the Black family going. We got to keep the Black race going. Okay, really? Well, you do know that interracial dating has been around since forever, and you do know that Black people haven't gone anywhere. In fact, that rate is going up. So I don't know why you're saying that, with this breeding out thing. Like, it just makes no sense to me. Mystic C says, my mom even make it seem like he's a great guy. If me and my sisters pulled the same stunts my male cousins did, we would be exiled. Before that, Mystic C says, I don't even bother for some reason. She complains, kind of doesn't see anything wrong with it. She sticks up for him a lot. It's sad, and I don't speak to my extended family. Honey, Same with me. I don't deal with my extended family. My sisters, absolutely. But my extended family, no. There's just too many mammies over there. I can't. I just can't. I just can't. Too much black male worship for me. They don't want to take care of themselves. You know how many people in my family that I've seen be in compromising positions because of the Negro males that they worship, and they don't see anything wrong with it. They actually get mad at me because of my content. Can you believe that? They're mad at me because of my content. They're telling me that what I'm saying is wrong. I'm sitting there thinking like, no, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. Like, really? You really think the dysfunction that they give you in Blackistan is worth it? You go right ahead. I've seen too many people in my family pass away in their 50s due to the stress of Blackistan. The hell? There are so many people in my family with so many dramas. I'm like, oh, I can't. And they have the nerve to say that I'm wrong because I don't want to deal with that life. Juanita says if slavery didn't wipe us out, then neither will interracial marriage. Exactly, but I mean, who am I to say anything? I mean, you know, we try to tell them that they don't get it. Exactly, pretty. This is why I'm saying you got to cut them off. I know for black women, I know family is everything, and you know, but you got to cut your losses because they're gonna tie you down like an anchor, and it's not worth it. To be out of Blackistan, you got to get away from them and their mindset. Exactly, Amina. The mams alone are the ones that's going to be keeping the race going because the ones with common sense, they're not doing that. They're not with that mindset. So they can go ahead with that. And then here it is, 10, 20, 30 years down the line, they'll still complain about how these neighbors are trash and how they're being done wrong by them. And I'm like, this is what you get. All right, so it is now 7:22 my time. And I need to get ready for tomorrow, so I am about to head on out here. And before I do, is there anything else that you guys want me to quickly discuss? Exactly, pretty black. They're breeding like they're on a plantation. You still having babies with these dudes. They're not even worth it. Well, here's the tea, Amina. You said the black males don't care about keeping the race going. They leave white women single mothers too. Well, here's the tea. They weren't paying attention in biology class. Because guess what? The race is determined by the mother. Once again, it is determined by the mother. It's the mitochondria. And it's the cell. Okay? The woman determines the race of the child. So when they sit here and get mad at black women from dating and marrying outside their race and saying, oh, you just want a child that's white, guess what, sucker? You're the ones that's breeding yourselves out, because when you are with non-black women and you're having children with them, guess what? She is the one that determines the race of your child. So you could be mad at yourself. Yep, the mitochondrial DNA. And guess who carries that? The woman. So you're sitting here getting mad. In actuality, when black women date and marry outside their race, they're not breeding out. You niggers are. So I need for you to pick up a biology book or two and study again. Because the woman is the one that determines the race. And that will probably also explain why the biracial children with the white mamas, 9 out of 10, there's always something wrong with them. But you can go ahead and keep talking that talk. Go right ahead. No comprehension, no self-awareness, Samantha, none of that. They're dumb. They don't care. They don't care pretty black. They don't. Mammies don't want their daughters to bring home Brad's kids, but it's okay for Tyrone to bring home Becky's. Bingo. Metalhead said it. They run out the races to try and escape their failures as men, but even the women are calling them out now. They're like, hold on. There are no prize. We have no value being with them. So what are we doing messing with them? I mean, even they're calling it out. I mean, listen, all I know is that Blackistan are taking L's this year. And I'm so glad that I'm not a part of that Blackistan community. They've been taking L's left and right. One L after the other. Well, they ain't missed it. She says, my dad talks about the black men, his job. He says that they're sorry losers, and he admitted he doesn't like hiring them. Oh, gosh. Well, someone's feelings are hurt. Not mine. Yeah, they're just going to have to deal with the fact. Oh my gosh, Samantha, listen. When I read that comment, I just bursted out laughing. I was just too done. Oh my gosh. Like, honestly, like that's what's going on right now. Seriously. Goodness. That's why I say anytime they tell you something in Blackistan, do the opposite. If they work long enough, pretty. And if you think about it, okay, you notice once a black woman leaves Blackistan, everything about her changes. Like her attitude, her health turns for the better. Everything just changes. It's like a huge weight lifted off of her shoulders. Like she doesn't have to stress anymore. She can sleep at night. She can finally live. That's how stressful it is in Blackistan. I mean, if things are so great, how come when people, once they make it big, they don't even return? Well, she wasn't lying, though. She wasn't lying, Juanita. No lies told. That's why I was cracking up. Huh. Metalhead says Becky is the future baby mama. Exactly. But if you think about it, you want to know the other reasons, and this is what I want to say. White guys are escaping from Becky too. You know that, right? Because they see how they are. They've dealt with them. I mean, they know how they are. You want to know how black men and white women, they mesh so well together? Because they both like to play victims. You notice that, right? Even the white guys are tired of Becky. So when they're with these naked males, they're like, all right, go on, bye. They're not even hurt. Shoot. Hey, Lala, you says I notice when I hang out with my cousin in Orlando, she brings out the worst in me. Yeah, let me tell you something. You shouldn't be around people that bring out the best in or the worst in you. If they can't bring out the best in you, you shouldn't even deal with them. I swear, you have these women who have this Blackistani mindset, and they just stress you the hell out. I'm like, I can't deal with you. I can't deal with them at work. I can't deal with them, period. Like, they just stress me out. I mean, Poseidon Maytel said I was telling the truth. Now, if you are a non-black man in the chat, in regards to what I just said about Becky, is it true or false? Because from what I heard, Becky is the devil. And these white men know how these Beckys are. They know. They're escaping from them. This is why when they're with black women, they feel so relieved. They're so much happier. They can express themselves freely. You know, they're more comfortable with us. There is no drama. When they're usually with black women, there is no drama. They don't have to deal with that. Non-black men, in particular white men, they have way more in common than black women than what you think. And they were waiting for this time for us to say, you know what? We're not dealing with this. Sidon MGTOW says it's true. So yes, there are people, non-black men, they notice it. They notice how loyal we are, and they understand that our loyalty ended up costing us in Blackistan. So they see that we're loyal. The Negro males, they didn't appreciate that loyalty in Blackistan. They didn't appreciate it, right? They didn't appreciate it, right? And they took it for granted. But a real man loves a woman who's loyal. And that's why, one of the reasons as to why non-black men, in particular white guys, they love black women. Becky's not loyal. She's only loyal for a second. She'll pretend like she's loyal. When she gets all that money, she's gone. Samantha says, her husband says that all the time. He says that they're entitled and he's white. See? And even beside it says, they didn't appreciate us. See what I'm saying? They do, Shandy. They start aging at 22. Yeah, that's true, Princess. Barry says there was a black woman at the salon with her neighbor, and we all started talking about marriage. Found out she's been with the job this nigger for 20. I don't mean that bad. 20 years? The fudge. She can't be saved. She can't be saved. She can't be saved, hon. She's been with a dude for 20 years and he didn't have a job? Oh, he was practicing femininity. He was practicing it, not hypergamy, but menpergamy. I don't know if that term was used or made up, but that's exactly what they were doing. God. Amanda says, so they're supporting a group that doesn't even support the same agenda as them. Bingo. Like, man, 20 years, no marriage. And just out of curiosity, Barbie, does this woman have children? I have a feeling that she has kids. That's the Blackistani way. Just out of curiosity, Barbie, does she have children? Is she a mother? Sidon MGTOW said guy pergamy. That's it. Sidon MGTOW came up with that. So you got to give him credit. Oh gosh. This is just, oh my gosh. I have a migraine just thinking about that right now. This is the Blackistani way, I swear. Give all their time, energy, and work to these dudes for nothing. Oh, and by the way, don't think that black women who are older cannot date and marry interracially, because that is absolutely false. I don't know if you guys heard a story probably about a month or so ago. It went viral. There were these two people, and I think they were like in an assisted care community. She was black and he was white, or he is. And he got down on his knees and asked her to marry him, and she said yes. And people were cracking up because they saw the older guy, he was a naked guy, giving them dirty looks. This was in the DC area. So don't think that because you're old, black women, and you're older, that you can't get a non-black man. That is absolutely false. You absolutely can. When I see all these black women, young and old, elevating, I'm like, yay. Yep, he sure did. Beside MGTOW, he said menininity and got pergamy. That's a good one. Shout out to Poseidon, sure did. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it, but I remember that post going viral like a month ago. And I'm telling you, from the pic, when that nigger gave her a look like, what? I was dying. The guy, he got down on his knee, he asked her to marry him. He was so romantic. I was like, wow, that's so sweet. So you did see it, Carol. You did. I don't. If you can, I'm gonna try to find that video. It was so sweet. But when I saw that naked male, see, even when they're old, they're bitter. It's funny how they say black women are bitter, but the reality is they're bitter. I noticed that too, Shani. She said, I noticed that there are a lot of older white men that are divorced who are looking for black women to be with. Mm-hmm. It was. Samantha says, these black men are very well versed in necrology. Always looking for an opportunity. Yep. All right, so let me just give you the real tea, black women. When they see you and they ask you, what do? They're looking at you as an opportunity. I'm just saying. I've said it several times. I'm just saying it again. Tammy says, well, these Negro males live backwards. Kids first, marriage in 3 decades, then divorce. He might not even consider marriage. In fact, he may be expecting her to share with other women. So, you know, I'm going to try to find it, Metalhead. And then on a future live stream, I'll show you guys. But I thought it was so sweet. All right, you guys. So I'm going to get up out of here. It was great talking to you guys tonight. And make sure you hit the like button on the way out and subscribe if you haven't. I will see you on the next one. You'll see an upload from me on Wednesday. Make sure you have your notifications on so that you're able to see it. But until then, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I will see you on the next one.
In recent years, from happening? In recent years, social media platforms have been used
that you're able to see it. But until then, good morning, everybody. Morning. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Love Him, and I'm hoping you have a great Friday. Happy Friday. Able and he's not taking care of everything, then he shouldn't be entertaining a relationship with you. Hey, Tropical Oreo. Artivari says it best. She says women need to get with men who are stable all the way around. Women don't get slack either. Women have to show that they care about their health and stability. Right. So you notice how they always move the goalposts and they say, oh, they don't want to be with a big girl, blah, blah, blah. And she needs to have her hair like this. She needs to look a certain way. She needs to act a certain way. Okay, well, if you have all these standards for a woman to be with you, then it's rightfully so. And it's only fair that a woman should have standards when she's entertaining being with you. Are you there financially? Are you able to take care of bills? Is she going to be embarrassed if you take her out to eat and she got to turn around and cover it or even pay for the tip? Is she able to get the things that she wants and desires? Are you going to shower with her? Or are you just expecting her to do everything for you, but you can't do the same in return? Nope. Hey, good morning, everybody. Please get the likes up. Close to 20 people in here. I should have more likes than that, so please get the likes up so other people are able to find it. I don't know if YouTube is not notifying people, but yeah, please get the likes up and help the algorithm, and subscribe if you haven't, so that way people are able to find the content. Artivari says, my uncle passed away early this year. I felt like he was a burden to the females in the family. He was married and always needed money. Yeah, and that's the thing, okay? And you put it in the chat box. There's no right or wrong answer. How would you feel if someone's constantly asking you? It's like, dang, even one time that's bad. But you have someone that's constantly asking for money, it's crazy. So like, I know this guy, and we're friends, but I know this guy, he works at a job, he has no kids, he gets paid every week, right? And people at work started asking questions because Friday he would get paid, by Monday he's broke. They're like, how the hell are you broke? You just got paid on Friday, here it is Monday, beginning of the week, and you have no money. He had no answer. People started talking because he kept asking co-workers for money. Then he asked me, do you think that's normal? Hell no, I don't think that's normal. Why are you asking your co-workers for money? You better get a second job. You better get a side hustle. You know how embarrassing that is? You work a full-time job, get paid week, and you still are broke? Makes no sense. I can see if you don't even have kids. That's the whole thing. That's even worse, when you don't have kids. People get tired of it. And he says, okay, well, I want to be with somebody, but I'm like, you can't be with anyone. Look at your financial situation. You shouldn't even be thinking about being with someone. You better get a blow-up doll, because there's no way you should be entertaining a relationship. You need to focus on yourself, get yourself together financially. And if you feel that job is not doing what it needs to do, then you need to find a job that will do this job. In the meantime, you better pick up an extra side hustle, because trust me, no woman is going to want to entertain you, and you don't have a pot to piss in. And I said it makes it look worse when you are a man with no kids and you're always broke. That's even worse. That means that clearly you weren't taught anything about the fundamentals of handling money, and that's going to be a burden to the woman that you want to be with. No woman wants to deal with that mess. He got mad at me, and I haven't heard from him since, but it's whatever. The truth is the truth. War was the lie. Exactly, deciding and spending on useless things. It makes no sense. You get paid on Friday, you work every week. You work, and you get paid every week. You know how lucky you are to get paid every week? You get paid every week, get paid every Friday, and then by the time you show up to work the following Monday, you're broke. Juanita says, a mammy ex-friend of mine accused me of trying to take her man because he said he respected me while I said I don't date broke men. She was supporting him and paying his child support. And let's be honest with it. Many guys, they don't respect that. They don't. They see that you can walk all over them and they don't have to do anything to prove himself to you. Yeah, of course they're going to stay around. They're going to stay around for the ride. They're going to stay there and see how much they can milk out of you. They want to see how much they can milk out of you. Absolutely right. So he's not going to respect her. You want to know why? Because she basically let him have it for free. He can do the bare minimum if he's doing anything at all, and he knows that she's going to cover him. This is what men support. This is what they support. This is a part of that ride or die movement. Remember I was talking about the ride or die mentality? This ties into it. Ride or die. You literally have women that are riding or dying. They're men sitting at home. They feel like they can rest their men. I think Poseidon said it. Femininity, that's a good one, by the way. Poseidon Midtel came up with that. So give him props where it's due. And he also said it on Crystal Swirl's channel, so shout out to her. But they want to rest in their femininity and feel like they can take the back seat, do their work, stay home while you do all the work. Nah. Too many guys have that mentality, and it's just disgusting, and it's just sick. You better up your standards, ladies. Yolanda says a rich man is better than a broke man. No woman was going to submit to a broke man. Exactly. What woman in their right mind is going to be with a man he's broke? Oh, I can't help it because I'm poor. Well, you better get unpoor. I don't even think that's a term, but I just said you better fix your financial situation. It's really staggering. It's really disgusting to me how a lot of men nowadays, and they're using COVID as an excuse. You're out here looking for the cookie. You're out here looking for the cookie, but you don't have the means to provide for her to get that cookie. You really think that is appropriate for a woman to have sex with you, and then you have her leaving? You leave her struggling? No, I don't think so. Artiveri says Malcolm spent all his money on crazy stuff. When he started getting low in cash, he tried to open a liquor store in his shop in his trunk. He bought cases of liquor in hopes that he would sell it away. See, that really gets on my nerves, and I've noticed that a lot, especially in the black community. You don't have money to pay your light bill, cable bill, electric bill. You don't have money to put food on the table. For some reason, in some way, somehow, you want to take that money and go spend it at the liquor store, and then you're crying about being broke. Really? Make that make sense. Exactly, beside it, ride or die in the poorhouse, because that's exactly what it is. Artiveri says ride or die equals paying the strain. Exactly. The strain on a woman's pocket. Let me tell you something, women. It's okay to be single. If you want to be single, if you want to struggle, but it's even worse when you're with a man and you're intimate with him and he has no means to take care of you. Like, that's even worse. That's bad. I want these young women out here, the young girls that are listening, teenagers, I need you to understand. Guys will do and say anything just to get in your pants. They want to do the bare minimum just to get into your pants. They don't have the means to financially take care of you. And as a woman, you should expect for a man to financially take care of you. As I said before, if you are a man, think about it. I have a daughter. She goes out into the real world. Do you want her to be in a relationship with a man that's going to leave her struggling? How will that make you feel as a father? See your daughter struggling with a man she could have had any other man in the world. Let me give you a piece of advice. Love doesn't pay the bills. Love develops over time, but it doesn't pay the bills. It doesn't put food on the table. Money does. So if you're sitting here struggling with the dude that can't even put food on the table, that can't even keep a roof over your head, then what the hell are you doing? Like, what are you doing? We need to have an open and honest conversation about it. Never did a broke man. Don't. And what I'm noticing with a lot of older black women also, we need to call it out. Many of them are building these men. These men end up having nothing. When I say they have nothing, they have nothing. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in debt, right? She gets with that man because she wants someone to keep her in the bed at night. She has that feeling of, well, okay, well, I want a man. So knowing that he's not in a big situation financially, she's rebuilding him. She's helping him rebuild his credit. That's something that he should be doing. But she's helping him rebuild his credit. She's helping him getting himself reestablished. Then when he gets to that point where his credit has been reestablished, he's able to buy a house and he's finally able to do things that he couldn't do before due to her behalf. He turns around and what does he do? He leaves her. My princess, he leaves her. So you sat there and you were with him when he was broke. You took your time, energy, wasted your youth building, and this is what you get. So absolutely, I am a firm believer that you should not be dating a broke man. No way, no how, never. Hey, good morning, everybody. Miriam and Rebecca. Artiverse made a good point. She said she cut him off. We cut him off when it came to him and his finances. Margaret was mad because all these years he was coddled and carried his life. Everything he got came from the resources of the woman. That's even worse. If you go with a guy and you tell him I don't want to be with you, or I don't think this is going to work, and you just put him on Front Street and let him know, and for some reason he gets angry about it, then yeah, that's a sign you need to let it go. I'm just saying. But these are the conversations that we need to have, because I see a lot of young women, especially, making these same mistakes. It's like, don't do it. You watch your mom build a man, and you're thinking, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. No. When you're in a relationship with a man, the moment he says, hi, how are you, my name is, he should have already built. That is not your job to build. That's not your job to take care of him. That's something that you're supposed to do. So, Princess, it's funny that you mentioned that. They are, but I'm just talking about men in general. Because now I'm noticing that there are some non-black men that think that you're supposed to get with them, and they don't got it. They don't have it. Never, ever, ever. I'm telling you, and I'm telling you from experience. Never, ever settle. Never, ever, ever settle. That's the worst mistake that you can do, is settle. You'll end up regretting it. I promise you, you'll end up regretting it. Nothing good comes out of being in a relationship and you settle. Now, you have some people that shame you, and then they'll turn around and say, oh, well, you're being a gold digger. So you think that a woman is supposed to be with a man and she's supposed to struggle? Oh, hell to the no. Now, I'm telling you, this is what's going on right now. This is why they're getting angry and upset. Because women are waking up. They say, hold on. Oh, heck no. You want to have your cake and eat it too, but you want us to struggle at the same time. I don't think so. So I just want to talk about that in general. I'm not even talking about the niggers for a second. I'm just talking about all men in general. I'm starting to see a very dangerous pattern where they feel that they can easily get access to your cookie, but they don't have the financial means. Nope. You should never ever have to build a man. I don't think so. Nope. You just better off being by yourself. Better off being by yourself. And ladies, it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay. It's best to be by yourself. It's best to be by yourself as opposed to you having to carry a man. Like, it's not worth it. You need to raise your standards. like Princess says, keep them high. They don't meet those standards, they don't need to be. If they get offended, it's because they weren't worth it to be. Now I should be having more likes than this. I only have 11. So for those of you who did give a like, thank you. Well, there's over 20 people in here and only 11 likes. So please get the likes up. It's very, very important. So that's easier for people to find this video and they can, reference this video or like it. There are nefarious, that's true. I want to touch bases on what you said. You said a lot of these men don't have the resources to sleep around, and I think they just want to tie women down for resources to get them pregnant. Absolutely. And I do want to add to that. As I said before, you don't have the resources, so you shouldn't be thinking about having sex. What you should do is just get a blow-up doll or get a toy or something like that and just use that. Because you have no business being with a woman, and that's just facts. I'm just so tired of seeing it. How about this? Since men have all these standards when it comes to women, then you need to play the game and have all these standards when it comes to men. Hey, Sydney, you says, do I think that they expect non-black women to build them up? I don't believe they do. It's just when it comes to black women. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that's what black women do in these communities. You go around, you're telling people that black women have no worth. This is what you get. And so they feel like, and it's not expected of non-black women, because I'll tell you why. Because in their culture, hypergamy is big. They teach their children hypergamy from the time they're in diapers. We're the only ones where it comes to hypergamy, we make it seem as if it's a foreign word, something that should not practice, and it absolutely should. They teach their young girls from the time they're in diapers and they're pacifier. They teach them to find a man that they can build wealth with. So they know. It's just that when it comes to black women, we're told that practicing hypergamy is a problem, and therefore we tend to equate hypergamy with gold digging. It's not the case. I need people to understand truly what the term gold digger is, because practicing hypergamy is not the same as gold digging.